It was back in 2004 in a place called Sudom Farm. Sudom Farm is an informal settlement in Philippe. I've lived there all my life. I was 12 years old when I faced flooding for the first time ever. I remember it like it was yesterday. The flooding happened in the winter season during the week. One night it rained so hard that the water started seeping through the floor in different areas of the house. All this happened during the night when everybody was sleeping. The first person to see the pool of water was my grandmother when she woke up. And then she woke everybody up. Opening my eyes to see a pool of water was like having a bad dream. There was water everywhere. I knew I had to put my feet in the cold water and I had to brace myself. It made me want to cry. The floods had caused so much damage to the place that I called home. The blankets were wet, the couches, the cupboards, and the legs of the bed. Even the carpet was floating on the water. The experience was heartbreaking, and the sadness on everybody's face was too much to take in. There were 6 of us in the house, and we were all in shock because no one had been expecting this to happen. We were asking each other, how did this happen? What are we gonna do? Then my grandfather said, there's only one thing we can do, that is to carry the water out. We used everything that could scoop the water out. Buckets, bowls, sponges. Touching cold, muddy water in the morning made me livid. I was shivering. Walking around the house was difficult. We had to step on bricks. One of my uncles realized that he had hidden money under the carpet. So he rushed to where he had hidden the money. When he took it out, it was soaking wet. For a brief moment, everybody was laughing at him, even me. There was no way I could go to school. My shoes were wet, books and uniform. I was scared of falling behind on my studies, and it made me really sad. After we've managed to get all the water out, my grandfather then decided that we had to move so that this doesn't happen again. The following days and weeks, my parents organized trucks to come in with sand and rubble. My grandfather, being friendly and well known, he knew who to ask for these things. We used the rubble and sand to make sure that the space next to our house was level and higher than the first house. The hard work was yet to start because we had to break down the old shack before we could move on to the new one. We had to use the same zinc sheets and poles. We didn't buy any new material, but we had to buy new nails. My grandfather, grandmother, both my aunties, both my uncles, my mother and my stepfather were all working together, and I was working with them. Amongst all the frustration and the terrible experience, seeing how all my loved ones were united and standing together with one aim, which was to rebuild our home, was an amazing feeling for me. I loved it. People were making jokes and laughing and music was playing. Finally, the new house was built. It was a huge relief to move into the new home. It's been 18 years since we have moved, and we've never suffered from the same problem since. We have overcome that situation of flooding. However, until this day, it is still a problem for other people in Sudom Farm, especially the new areas that people have taken over. I have learned not to wait around for people's broken promises. Waiting won't get you anywhere. Fix your own place, stand up, and do what you must.